Hello and welcome to Homeschool MBA, where we talk about different management, business, administration topics. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. So the agenda today is, what is a project? I have created a one-page slide which lists some of the key takeaways for a project. Hello, Professor, how are you doing? Let's talk about project in context of project management.
I'm fine, thank you very much. When you're doing MBA, and within MBAs, when you select a subject which is called project management, and in project management you will hear a lot of terms like project, programs, and processes. So project is basically, from that point of view, we are going to define it. Now, the best example of the project can be, let us say, the NASA had the project of landing in the moon, and that has, it started and then ultimately they succeeded and they achieved the success. And the various aspects of a project are that it is unique and each project is different. Means that every project has its own parameters, and these parameters are different than the other projects. Therefore, you have to treat every project as a unique project. However, from the previous project or the projects done in the past, you can always learn the lessons, and you can always take care of the new project based upon the lessons learned in the past projects. Then the scope is normally to fulfill the customer's needs. Customer can be anybody. It could be a company, it could be individual, it could be even a country for the international organizations. So the scope basically will determine the customer's needs and how to cover them. Project has very important characteristics. It must be time bound. What does time bound mean? It must have a start date and it must have an end date. Now, start date is based upon if we are ready, we have got the raw material, we have got the resources, we have got the people, and we are ready to take off, then we can fix a start date. But fixing end date is a very challenging job, because if the project is of duration of, let's say, 10 years or even 3 years or 1 year for that matter, now you are not very sure that the end date that you fix, you will complete the project because of natural disasters and things like that. So therefore, the smart managers, they build in the buffers, 10-15% plus minus, so that at the end of the day, they can say that they completed the project within the time frame. Then project depends on the trade-offs among cost, time, resources, and scope. Now, project must be completed within the resources, because that is how the company will make profit out of it. Otherwise, if the cost goes beyond your estimations, then that means that project has not been completed successfully. Similarly, it must be finished within the time. Now, extending project more than the buffers that we have kept would also make it that it is, our resources would be used over and above and extra. So we are not going to get the results as we estimated. And then, of course, it must remain within the scope. There'll be a time when you want to include more and more in the scope. That should be avoided. And the process is applicable to all the projects. That means that start date, end date, remaining within the resources, and all these aspects, they apply to each project, however in different way. Therefore, we must make sure that we follow the prototypes of project. So that's about all I think about this project. And we have made this slide in a it's quite workable. Yes.
All right. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to all our social media. Thank you.